up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game and you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the man from Ichamp, this is Aaron Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers for Jones last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total scary. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier.
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
1-yard line.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
2-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Goes to 2nd and goal.
Rolling to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
A 3-yard pickup.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 19 carries, 74 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now Wentz on third down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 29, Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll make it third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And all the way down to the 37.
Green Bay.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it.
The point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Sanders, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the...
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
A About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Funches his touchdown, Packers. Devin Funches with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the high, they don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
35. Eagles 3.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, and now some space to operate. The 30. Past the 20.
One play at a time. Here we go.
He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers continue to roll.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
The extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Wentz going to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He was brought down.
Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just open for number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funches on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point up and through. And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Give it a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 15 yards, first down Packers.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 15 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Wentz. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devin Funchess on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game. And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gives him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And this is going to be Packer football. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
On the move to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The quarterback taken.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. 28-10, the final. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
18 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
To throw is Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Sanders toss left side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
At the 33-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
Miles Sanders.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he was hit as as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kenny Clark, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And this one complete right side to Funchess.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Aaron, give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
1-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle.
Touchdown, Packers! Devin Funchess there to make the grab, and the Packers are pouring it on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And on that last play, there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 52 yards. And the Packers continue to roll.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we won. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
The quarterback set.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First throw now for the backup Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
Packers. Devontae Adams. 75 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Pass on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to...
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
Funchess is free, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess, 48 yards. And that interception key as as it leads to the touchdown. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Goodwin. Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's...
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now, Wentz again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, Nat.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Sanders, the ball.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Sanders. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Clement. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Take it at about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams.
They should have put a stamp on me.
Get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 69 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
For the extra point.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Wentz now on 1st down. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Clement.
Again, it's Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And an Eagle first down.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Clement. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
Now Clement fumbles the football. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Jake Elliott to kick.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Getting set to go again, Dallas Goedert marching back onto the field. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've got it. We've held him down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jannard Avery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Open, it's Goodwin. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It's a game.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a first down carry by Jones. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
they'll go again to Jones. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
that's good for a green.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah,
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Under pressure, they got him again. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. One final try now for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the streak